Erdem Moralioglu turns historical imagination into modern elegance. Erdem Spring Summer 2026 collection begins not with costume or nostalgia, but with the interior world of a woman whose imagination refused to stay in one era. His muse this season is Hélène Smith, the late 19th century French medium-turned-artist whose vivid, romantic cycles convinced her she had lived multiple lives, from Marie Antoinette's court to an Indian princess to a communicator with Martians. Erdem discovered her at the Venice Biennale's exhibition on women surrealists, and what captivated him wasn't the spectacle of her visions, but the emotional logic behind them. A woman using fantasy, memory, and self-invention as a form of survival. This Erdem season translates that psychological collage into clothing, structured, fragile, eccentric, and unexpectedly modern. The opening look set the tone. A hip cage dress cut from antique Victorian lace, its bodice pinned with black plastic glyphs from Smith's invented Martian alphabet. It read like a code, a confession, a relic, and yes, some saw a prison number, unintentionally echoing Marie Antoinette's final days in confinement. But Erdem wasn't being literal. He was exploring the tension between structure and vulnerability, between the silhouette Smith believed she inhabited, and the psychological unraveling beneath them. That duality carried through the collection in pannier-inspired shapes, shredded embroideries, sari bright passages of color, and fabrics that felt touched by multiple centuries at once. Erdem's tailoring added another layer to the narrative: sharp tuxedo jackets, striped trouser suits, and crisp black coats that grounded the more romantic pieces. When asked how these fit into the story, he laughed and said he imagined them as the psychiatrist observing Smith's visions. And in a way, that's exactly how they functioned. Clean, modern counterpoints to the ornate, dream-drunk dresses. The interplay between the two created a rhythm, the rational and the irrational, the documented and the imagined, that made the collection feel alive rather than costume-y. What made Erdem Spring Summer 26 so compelling wasn't the historical reference itself, but the way Erdem translated a woman's inner world into clothing. The stripes, florals, and antique textiles weren't nostalgic. They were emotional artifacts. The sari-like fabrics nodded to Smith's self-invented Indian identity, while the Martian symbols hinted at her desire to escape the confines of her own life. The result was a collection that felt tender, eccentric, and strangely modern. A reminder that fashion often lives in the space between who we are and who we dream ourselves to be.